Hi Bella, welcome to If Innovation Could Talk.
Thank you so much for having me.
Now Bella, tell us about your book, Bella's Challenge. What prompted
Yes.
you to literally want to take on the world?
Well, I started my book when I was 10, and it's a kid's take on the 17 UN Global Goals for Sustainable Development. And well, my mum showed me a video called The World's Largest Lesson, and Malala was on there, and she was talking about these development goals and how we need everybody's help to get them done, including kids and adults, and everybody's help because they're so important for our future. So from there, we were actually writing books at school at the time, which is quite funny. And the lady who was doing that was helping us publish our own books. Mine was just about fishing with my dad, really. It wasn't anything very important. So from there, I talked to Kate and she was like, that's a great idea. I'd love to help. And then from there, I went over to her house every Sunday for a whole year to write this book, learning all the goals and everything about them, and then breaking them down so kids can understand what they mean and help out, because, how are we going to help if we don't understand what they mean?
Absolutely. And to think that you actually started that at 10. Now, is
Yeah.
it okay to ask how old are you now and what does innovation mean to you? Now, if you can actually give innovation a role in combating climate change, what role would it be?
Yeah. Well, I was 10 then and I'm 15 now, so I've been doing this for a while. I think innovation means, well, coming up with creative solutions for problems or for new ways of doing things, definitely. And I think in the climate change space, innovation is so important because we need to come up with these new creative solutions for the problems, these huge problems we're having at the moment, and combating climate change, because without these creative solutions, we're stuck doing the same things we're doing now. And that's just not working for our planet or for us. So innovation is so important, and having that creative mindset is always useful in these areas.
Now, what sort of traction are you getting with your book and with your movement? How can us as individuals and the public help you to achieve this goal?
Yep. I mean, with my book, I've talked to over 7,000 students and around 7,000 adults about these global goals and how everyone can help, which is really good. And all the local schools in my area have a book in their library, so kids can look at it if they want to. And I've talked to all the schools here, and I've been over to South Australia and done speeches and things. So it's getting a good attraction. So lots of people are listening, which is really good. And as far as helping, with the movements that I'm in, so I'm a part of School Strike for Climate, where we're a group of kids striking for climate action, because obviously we can't vote, so we need to have our opinions heard. And with them, basically the best way to help in these movements and us is just, one, talking to other people about it. Having conversations with your family and your friends and getting them involved is always good, because then they can have those conversations with their family and their friends, and it just spreads, and that's what we want. Two is probably, coming along and supporting us. So when you show up, it gives us more numbers, and with more numbers, our voices get heard more, because without support, we can't do anything. So definitely having conversations and supporting and coming along.
We will definitely be spreading the word for you through If Innovation Could Talk. And just one last thing, how can I start a conversation with someone? What is something you can give me that I can take to, say, a barbecue or coffee with a friend and start that conversation? What would you suggest?
Something on the news sometimes. We just saw how Germany had those massive floods, and so did China, and all these terrible things are happening to lots of places. And just having these conversations with people are going, did you see what happened over here? That's crazy. And you're going to always get people are going to say, well, it's just natural. But we're seeing now that it's not natural, and that's what's happening. So starting those conversations with people and getting them to talk about what they're feeling and what they think about the things that are happening around the world, our huge bushfires we just had. And then starting those conversations and saying, well, this is because of climate change, and this is how we're doing it, and we need to start helping this way. And just getting people thinking about it and talking about it, really.
Bella, keep up the amazing work. Congratulations to you and the team. And please do not hesitate to reach out at any time. We can help you to spread the word.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for having me on too.